Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another Sapiens Thoughts video series. In this series, we're going to be looking at nihilism, consumerism, or you can say materialism as a way of life, and Islam as an antidote to the problems created by nihilism and consumerism. Now, the way I see it is this, that nihilism and consumerism, this unhealthy type of consumerism that we are experiencing today, are two of the biggest problems of the modern Western civilization. And to be honest, this isn't now specifically located to the West. These are problems that we are finding in the East and across the developed world. Now, before we get into the series and before we break down these topics, I want us to have a little snapshot of the reality that we live in today. Where are we starting? What is the world like today? Especially considering nihilism and consumerism and looking at it through these lenses. What we can say is this, that we are living in the times of the depressed king. Now, what do I mean by this, the depressed king? Essentially, people today, especially in the developed world, we have so many luxuries, so many amenities. Materially, we have pretty much everything we can imagine of. You know, the creature comforts, as we call them. Things that were only exclusively available to the kings of the past, or the elite, the rich, now are available to many people, most of us. And considering all of this, you would assume that people would be happy. People would be experiencing, well-being like never experienced before. They should be thriving. They should be, they shouldn't have any concerns or worries or sadnesses or issues. People should be happy. However, this is not the case. And we've been led to believe that this should be the case as well, but this is not the case. People today, although they have all of the material luxuries, are asking deep and profound questions, are confused, are lost, are experiencing types of depression and anxiety that are related to existential questions, the meaning of life, the purpose of life, who am I, why do I exist? Therefore, by extension, the rates of the consumption of certain antidepressant drugs are on the rise, and especially after the COVID pandemic, this seems to be the case even more so now. More and more people are asking these deeper questions, and I'm not surprised because of the pandemic, people have found themselves in their homes, not going out there, doing what they used to doing, living the materialistic lifestyle, and they are forced now to be they're forced into a position where they have to ask some deep and profound questions. And what happens is that they can't find answers. And we're going to explore all of these things in much more detail as to why people can't find answers when they actually think about these questions. When they ask the question about the meaning of life, why do I exist? What is my purpose? When they ask these questions, why can't they find answers in the world today? These are the questions we're going to be looking at exploring further. Now, I want to wrap this up by sharing a quote with you by Viktor Frankl, the author of Man's Search for Meaning. And I think this aptly sums up what we're discussing here. He said, "For too long, we have been dreaming a dream from which we are now waking up. The dream that if we just improve the socio-economic situation of people, everything will be okay. People will become happy. The truth is that as the struggle for survival has subsided, the question has emerged. Survival for what? Ever more people today have the means to live, but no meaning to live for. The truth is that man does not live by welfare alone." And as we can see, this is a very powerful quote which summarizes the reality of the world today. We have so many luxuries, so many material goods, and we possess all of these things, and we assume we should be happy. We're told we should be happy, but we're not happy. We have questions, we can't find answers. And we'll be exploring these things in much more detail in the next coming episodes. So in the next episode, brothers and sisters, we're going to be looking at the origins of nihilism and this modern type of consumerism that we are experiencing today. Now, before I go and I leave you guys, I want you guys in the comments section to let me know your thoughts on what you think the origins of nihilism are, the origins of this modern consumerism is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.